But let me give you God's perfect mathematical formula. 8 hours to work, 8 hours to play, 8 hours to sleep. Got that?
8 hours to play? Sorry, I heard that and I was like, God is so nice. So explain this to me. It's 8 hours of work is the first. And is that right when the morning hits? Like when the sun rises? Is that what you're...
Well, I play a bit first.
Okay, I like this. Now we're catching a flow going. So you play first.
Yeah, I play
And do you do that for
first.
your mind?
Well, this is my routine. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is I surrender my life to God.
Amen.
I say, Father, I need you today.
Amen.
Especially with 6 kids, then 2 more, and especially with my 5th child being dyslexic, I need God.
I pray there's many, 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 many more women like you.
And then I always read the Bible. I'm reading a beautiful book at the moment on the story of Jesus, so I'm playing. Here's my play.
Okay.
And then I run up and down hills. And then last week when I was in South Dakota, I found this ice cold mountain stream. So I ran up and down hills and dunked in the mountain stream. Do you know, by the end of the week I had 5 ladies joining me.
Were you collecting them as you were running up the hill?
Well, out of 90, but five, anyway, 5's better than none.
Yeah.
And so that's all so much play. And then I get into my kitchen when I'm at home and make the most beautiful food. I'm still playing.
Do you eat first before playing? Or do you fast?
No. I play first because if I eat, all my body's energies want to go to digestion. And we've got this amazing system in our cell, it's called glycogen. They're little molecules of glucose sitting in our muscle cell. And when we start running up and down hills and diving into water, those glycogen stores are getting used. And if they all get used up, well then the human growth hormone's released and our fat stores start getting broken down. So you don't need to eat before you work out, but you need to be hydrated.
Now, do you work out first thing in the morning?
Yep.
So I wake up, I spend time with the Lord.
Yep.
I love that, by the way.
Yep.
My mom used to always tell me, she told me when I was young, she goes, I won't need to tell you, she goes, but experience it for yourself. And I pray that you guys do journal this. You should always journal when you're going through things so you could document, because we forget. But my goodness, if I'm having a really bad day, it's because of me. It's not because of my surroundings. I didn't ask the Lord to come with me. I could take the craziest day and have the best time doing it because the Lord goes before me. But then I'll have an easy day by myself and everything just starts crumbling down. So I really am proud of you and thank you for sharing that. So I start my morning with the Lord. I put the armor of God on and then I start playing. I run around, jump in some water, jump into some steam.
Yeah, have some beautiful food. People say, you're such a good cook, Barbara. I say, yeah, that's because I like eating.
So true.
And I want the food to taste magnificent. Do you know all my kids are brilliant cooks? I had them cooking from 8 years of age. And I'll go somewhere, you know, we'll all be together and I'll hear James, who's 45, saying to Julia, who's 38 or something, he'll say, Julia, have you tried mortar and pestling the basil for pesto instead of blending it? Have you tried? And I hear them talking about this.
They're like little chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So Jesus, play, food, and then is this where you start working now?
It's really hard to say what's work because I just love my work. My play and my work gets all mixed up.
Got it. Okay, got it. Okay, because I was curious about this because I know when you wake up, your brain is at its best possible stage.
It is.
So the creativity is flowing. That's why I try to stay away off of technology in the morning.
Good.
Because I don't want to waste my energy learning other people's crap.
Good.
I'd rather study myself and
here's a test to see where your allegiance lies. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it pray or look at your phone?
I would never touch my phone without praying. First of all, like I'm so grateful to God that like when I open my eyes, like I wouldn't be honest. Like when I had my relationship with God, the higher up I go with my Lord, the more that I look at myself and I'm like, I'm a hypocrite. I'm selfish. I'm jealous. There's so much of myself that I didn't think I have. But I've been praying this with the Lord. I go, Lord, I always forget the miracles you give me in my life.
Oh yeah.
I forget.
Oh, yeah.
So He's given me wisdom to be very grateful.
And He's the one that can help all that stuff.
Well, he's a
the
gentleman.
beauty
He's
of
waiting
it.
for. He is the doctor of
right.
all doctors. So
That's
if
right.
you have a mental illness, if you have any type of illness, I know that a lot of people are like, how dare you? I grew up with it. Listen, shut up. Shut up. Bring it to the Lord. My God brought people from the dead. I think your headaches will go away. You know what I mean? Like
That's right.
there's things that they try to install in me, and I just won't have it. I won't have it.
Yeah.
So we have first sun. The second is water. The third is get up, play, eat, clean.
Yeah.
And the fourth is, because we're going to your 9 pillars.
Yeah, well, fourth, sleep. Sleep's important.
Yeah.
And also, trusting God.
Okay.
Trusting God, so that's first.
Yeah.
And trusting God really means faith.
Yep.
I don't know what this day's going to hold, but I know that God won't put me through anything I can't cope with, and He'll also make a way of escape if it gets a bit tough. So God always has a way through it. It's like going to the airport when I came here from Rapid City. The lady said $150, you know, your bag's way over. And I said, but I'm platinum and frequent flyer. And then this lady comes up and goes, Barbara Neal, I can't believe it. I watch you all the time. And then she looks at that lady, goes to the computer, said, I'll fix it, I'll work it out.
You're like,
I
thank you,
love
Jesus.
that.
And I didn't have to pay anything. And I shouldn't have to because I'm Delta Platinum, but it just hadn't come up on the screen. So isn't it incredible how God's timing is perfect? You know, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. So that's what you got to remember. In your day, there is a time for every purpose.